Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jackson. Today I'm joined with my brother Jake, and we will be reacting to the Snyder Cut Justice League trailer that just dropped this morning. It's the final trailer for the Justice League Snyder Cut. I actually saw this, I watched it this morning. I didn't think that I should wait and film a reaction to it, so I've seen it once. Jake has not watched it yet, so this will be a true reaction for him. I can say what I remember from seeing it this morning. It was really, really good, and I'm excited to watch the movie when it comes out on HBO Max this Thursday.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see it. I hope the trailer's a good trailer, because for me the music can make or break the trailer. So I hope it's a good one. I've liked the first two so far. I think they've been pretty decent.
Yeah, I
really love the first one that we got.
Yeah.
With the Hallelujah music, I thought that was really good.
Yeah, I thought that one was really good too, but I think this one is the best one. It shows the most of footage, and everything, like the graphics and everything, look completely finalized. But it, I think it vibes the best out of all.
Is it like a cinematic?
Yeah.
Trailer?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It looks really good.
I'm looking forward to it.
So begins the end.
So is he the villain now instead of Steppenwolf? Or okay,
Darkseid and Steppenwolf.
Darkseid's like the big bad. Steppenwolf's like
maybe one. He's back.
She said, "I've never seen a being this strong. Maybe one."
I spent a lot of time trying to divide us. I made a promise to him on his grave. I need to bring us together. There are enemies coming from far away.
They serve an old power.
This world is divided.
oh, it looks like a Spartan.
No
Oh, is that?
He says lanterns.
What?
It will fall.
They have to be doing Green Lantern now. They just showed that.
I have turned worlds to dust. All of existence shall be mine.
I think that was like a kind of hologram.
It's like Metal Mario.
We have a second chance.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not gonna waste it.
This shot.
He said the age of heroes will never come
So I
again.
wonder if they still bring him back to life like they did.
Fighting the devil and his army.
I bet. I don't know. Mega beams.
I don't care how many demons he's fought and how many hells. He's never fought us united. It's time to stand. Fight. The time.
I wish they would stop making Batman use guns. Oh, good Joker was pretty cool. It's a post-credits movie. Yeah, that was pretty good. I've never really liked Ben Affleck's Batman, and I was hoping that he wouldn't be using. I don't know if it was in Batman v Superman or Justice League, but there was that scene where he was like in the desert and he was using just guns shooting people.
Well, okay, so
like, that's not bad.
I'll say something to that. That scene is during the nightmare sequence that they're going to show more of in this movie. His nightmare that he's experiencing there, that's in an alternate, not an alternate reality, but in his nightmare, it's in a world where Superman has taken over and he's essentially bad.
So it's just a dream sequence?
That's not real.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Well, at least in BVS it's not real to that point. But within that nightmare where Superman has taken over the world, what do you expect Batman to do?
Yeah.
He has to. He can't.
Alright, well, I didn't remember that. I guess that kind of makes sense, but like...
To your point, though, people have also talked about in BVS, he uses guns before that. I think the only point in BVS that's not the nightmare sequence where he uses the gun is during the warehouse fight. One of the guys that he like strings upside down by his foot, one of the bad guys is holding like an assault rifle, an automatic rifle, and Batman like grabs it and he's spinning around and the gun's
Yeah.
firing. So I don't know if I don't think Batman's firing it. I think the guy is firing it, but he's.
I mean, small thing. I don't really care about small things like that. I think I'm just remembering the whole nightmare sequence where
Yeah.
he was like shooting people with his AK. The trailer was pretty average. I don't think the trailer was amazing, but the movie looks pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think you can compare it to the Avengers trailers, at least Age of Ultron and then Infinity War and Endgame, just because they're different things. A couple people who have already seen the movie, like early viewers,
Yeah,
and they all are saying that it's
great.
that
I think it's at like 75% on Rotten Tomatoes, so
Yeah.
even the critics agree
Yeah.
that it's good. Everyone's saying it's hard to believe that anyone chose the Joss Whedon version rather than this one. 'Cause
Yeah.
This one is so good.
Everybody's also saying that the 4-hour runtime is completely warranted and that it uses all the time
Yeah.
very well.
I do one thing that I have to be honest with is that a lot of the fight scenes I saw in this were kind of like they didn't really feel like as fun to watch as the Avengers. Like they felt like I'm a little worried that it's just going to be over. It's going to have too much giant CGI. Like the end of I love the Aquaman movie, but the ending to that had like all these giant CGI monsters, and it just
Yeah.
wasn't that good. And
I
a
don't
lot of
know.
the shots in this one, it wasn't like giant sea monsters, but it was just like troops and just it felt like there was a lot of CGI, and it reminded me of the original Justice League, and that was one thing I didn't like about it. Is it didn't feel real. It just felt like a big
I don't
CGI mess.
I think it'll still be a lot of CGI, but I think it's going to look a lot better. Another review I was watching earlier, they were talking about the color schemes of the original movie compared to this one. That Joss Whedon used a lot of like reds and oranges, especially in the final battle,
Yeah.
and that kind of made it look a little funny. And
I think that's what I'm kind of thinking.
like this one, it's going to be a lot darker of a tone, like more blacks and blues.
Yeah.
And they were comparing that, or using that as a comparison of Batman and how his suit looked in the original versus this, and he
Yeah.
looks a lot better in this. And then to that point also, somebody else was talking about Ben Affleck during the filming of the original movie prior to when it came out in 2017. He was heavily like drinking and alcoholism. And after the movie came out, he eventually went to rehab and he's sober now. So he's lost some weight. He's still
Yeah.
a big guy, but
It might be a little.
you can tell like in his jawline.
Yeah.
So there's some scenes in the movie that
Well, I didn't even notice that.
you can. Yeah, I don't think you'd notice it at all from the trailers, but I feel like you might notice it
Yeah.
when we actually watch the movie. But that's just a
Oh, hey, I'm
nitpick
all
thing
for
that
it.
yeah nobody
I
can,
don't
and where
care.
everybody would be happy that he is
Yeah.
healthy now. So, but it was just
I don't-
something that people were bringing up that they noticed.
I've never really thought I mean, of course, I think you should be in shape to play a superhero, but like if you're not like The Rock, I'm not gonna have a problem with that.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a big.
It's not even a
what's the
thing-
word? It's like a big thing you have to do in Hollywood. You have to be super muscular, and I think that's just.
well,
not
he
really
doesn't. You
fair.
don't even need to be muscular because the suit it's just all
Yeah.
felt muscles. But they weren't even really talking about him being like in shape, like his abs were chiseled or his arms
Yeah.
were bigger. They were more talking about you could see his face just
Yeah.
wasn't as puffy.
Yeah,
Not that
he
it was
lost.
puffy,
He
but
lost.
he just lost a little bit of weight.
Overall, yeah, I'm probably being too harsh on it, but I've only seen the original one once, so I need to rewatch that, and hopefully
Yeah.
there's going to be a bigger difference. But having only seen that movie once, almost 4 years ago now, watching this trailer doesn't feel a lot different. But I'm sure that because I'm going to watch it I'm probably going to watch BVS today. What's today's? Well, no, I'll probably watch BVS tomorrow on Tuesday, and then Justice League on Wednesday, and then Thursday I'll watch the new one, and hopefully I'll notice a big difference. But right now, just looking at the trailer and from my memory, which is 4 years old, I'm not really super impressed with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I'm super impressed either. I think if I'm gonna be impressed, I'll be impressed by the movie. I think I can tell from the trailers that the Snyder Cut version is a little bit less humorous than
Yeah,
Whedon's. I don't know if the Whedon trailer came off as humorous, but the movie definitely did.
my man.
And I don't think this one will. But yeah, I think the movie will definitely be
Wasn't there
noticeably
some
better.
line that Batman said that was like really bad?
Yeah, it was after Clark wakes up, after they bring him back
Yeah.
to life, and he's holding Batman by the jaw in there, and he throws him, and then Superman takes off
Yeah.
with Lois, and you see Batman leaning up and goes,
Oh, something is definitely bleeding.
Yeah, and well, in that whole scene too, Batman would just like look so weak and just like puny. Like that scene was just so bad because it's like he didn't coming out of BVS where he nearly like killed Superman, and now
well,
that scene was just
you
so
can't compare that
bad.
there because he just had his suit and he wasn't trying to fight him. They were just trying
But
to...
like just even just the whole choreography of it, he just stood there and did nothing, and then just got picked up, and like he just, I don't know, all the other characters like Wonder Woman and Aquaman, they at least tried to, after they realized he was hostile, they tried to calm him down by fighting him, but I hated Batman in that scene.
Yeah, I can understand that, but that was the whole point of Batman's role in that scene was he's a man, he can't do anything, and he wasn't trying to antagonize him when he says bring in the big guns right before he gets picked up. The big gun is Lois.
Well, I don't want Batman to be like John Locke. I want him to be Batman.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you can compare it just because, not you personally, but I don't know. I just
Well, I'm excited to see Batman actually be a badass in this one.
Yeah, I think he will be. That does it for our reaction to the final Snyder Cut trailer for the Justice League. Let us know what you think down in the comment section, any opinions you have between now and Thursday when it officially releases here on HBO Max. Leave a like if you enjoyed today's video. Consider subscribing if you want to see more fun content like this. And we'll see you on Thursday for the Snyder Cut.